Hiya, I'm Marcus from All Ages Airsoft, and today we've got a barrel change to do on a Novritch ssx-303. What we're going to do is put a tight bore maple leaf crazy jet barrel inside it that is 303mm long. So let's get started. Get the barrel ready, put that to one side. First thing we've got to do is undo this screw. I personally pop the screws back in there. This has got the Novritch ghillie suit on it as well, and then we've got another 5 screws to remove. They're all the same size, 2 on either side, 1 on the top. You don't have to do them up massively tight. I don't suggest putting Loctite on them. That can cause yourselves massive amounts of grief, even if you do use the semi-permanent stuff. If you do have any issues and you need to get into your gun easily, you're not going to be doing it if you use Loctite. Just do them up relatively tight and you should be good to go. There's the stock. Then the whole assembly should, oh hang on, you know what I've forgotten, remove this O-ring, remove this plate, and out pops the whole barrel assembly. I'll pop that over there out of the way, and here's your Mark 23 assembly. Lower receiver, slide, hop unit, outer barrel. Now with this particular one, the customer managed to completely bugger the thread. He stripped it entirely, which is what can happen if you don't remove the fixing plate that sits here. That must be removed before you try and remove the slide. And he'd managed to screw that, kink the adjuster over. So what we've done here, you can see I've got a metal thread in there. I've helicoiled it. Standard 4mm helicoil. Just one of the many things we do here. Right, we need to undo one screw. You don't need to remove it, just loosen it off. And that's 16mm clockwise. Then you can remove the barrel as you would with any normal Mark 23. There's the slide. We've got to remove this pin. I'm going to use my pin punch set. Pull the pin out, pop it in there, then the outer barrel will slide off, and now we've got to remove the adjuster assembly. I'm just going to use a little screwdriver. I do it this way because this has got a ledge on it. And then get my screwdriver and hook it off of the 3 fixing screws, well, fixing points, which are this one here and these 2 here. If you notice, they have got a angled flat on them. That's to allow you the ability to put these back on again properly. Here's your adjuster and 2 screws that need to be removed. So we're going to use that one. Now I'm just going to undo those 2 screws. These are only plastic, so again, try to avoid over tightening them. Off it comes. Now this has already been fitted with a quantum hop rubber, so we're going to stick with the quantum hop rubber. There's our original barrel. Here is our Maple Leaf Crazy Jet, which is about 1 millimetre longer than the original, which is fine. So what I personally do is use just a tad of oil or silicone, just on here, just to help it. Make sure you align everything, this groove with the inner groove in the hop rubber. Have a quick look at it, make sure there's no visible damage that you should be aware of, any nicks or anything. This one looks pretty good. Now I will also at this stage look down the barrel and try and, there we go, I just felt it lock in to this groove. So that's now perfectly aligned. I then put another little amount of silicone just on the outside of the hop rubber. You have to lock this protrusion into the same position in the hop unit itself. So that just sits in like so, so it sits like that. And then I pop it down. Then I check to make sure everything is where it should be. There we go. And that is the actual barrel and hop rubber fitted. I then check on the inside of here to make sure that this hop rubber is nice and round. It isn't kinked over to one side. Sometimes the edge of the hop rubber can not sit where it needs to be, and then you have to push it in slightly to get it to sit where it needs to be, but that is sitting exactly where it needs to be. So now we will fit the adjuster, which is like so, clipped in there, clipped in here and here, and then everything can go back together. So this can be a bit fiddly. Oh, you know what I've forgotten to do? Pop my barrel in, pop the pin in. Slightly bigger one. Right, now that can make sure, there we go, right, that's sitting where we want it. Slide it back in very carefully. I find putting pressure with my thumb and then, there you go. That is now sitting where we need it to go. Then we'll fit the outer barrel. There we go, snug it up. Don't need that one anymore. Tighten the Allen key. Again, doesn't have to be massively tight. Done. It's not going anywhere, it's under no real pressure. Pop that back in there. Right, So pop the adjuster, make sure you've got the spring on. The spring, if you look, this end is a smaller diameter, that is a larger diameter. The smaller diameter sits over this, so it sits on there and doesn't fall off. Then pop it in, try not to get it particularly nice and straight. Don't cross thread it, you'll feel it. It'll either sit in there nicely or it won't. If it doesn't go in nicely, remove it, check the thread, screw it back in. If you need it helicoiled, take it to somebody who can helicoil it, or bring it into us and we'll do that. Not a massively expensive job. And then we will fit the upper receiver back on. These are always a bit fiddly. There we go. Take the upper receiver, pop it back into place. We will pop this pin back in, and then that holds the vast majority of it back together. And then I keep my thumb on the other side, nip it up. That's now the pistol itself in the carbine kit. You can see you can gain access to the hop unit. I'll now slide this over and just push it. There we go. And the O-ring is just there to stop it coming off. Doesn't do anything really. All that actually is a stabilizer. It just stops the barrel from moving in the body. Okay, and then fit the stock. Nice and simple. Again, make sure you don't cross thread them. That's very, very important. You'll know if you are struggling to get these screws in, you've probably got it cross threaded. Remove it. If you've got access to a tap and die, just run a tap through there just to check that the thread's okay. If you haven't, bring it in, we can sort that for you. Now, I haven't done these up tight yet, purely because sometimes you have a problem with the screw holes not aligning properly. So it's easier just to very gently nip them up, put all the screws in, and then you can tighten them up. A good quality set of screwdrivers and Allen keys will save you a lot of grief as well. Now all the screws are in, I will just tighten all these up. There we go. That is that. Just pop this and then pull the trigger. Okay, that is basically that. I'll pull the bipod out there we go. That's the bell all changed out. Thanks for watching.